What's happening, everyone? Nicky Hawkins here, West Ham Fan TV, back once again with another video. And as you can see by the title, the Super League is falling apart at the seams. Absolutely falling apart. Less than 48 hours after everything was announced. I was just filming on the social. This whole news broke, makes on the social pretty much redundant. I'll do another one tomorrow. Less than 48 hours. And I've got to say, massive props to Chelsea fans who have gone out in their droves tonight and have their voices heard. And now you're watching the host of clubs scrambling in over each other to pretend that they've got morals and they listen to fans and all that. Listen, this is a huge victory for fans. And this is what I said on Twitter. The biggest con that these football clubs have ever done in the last 30 years of the Premier League is try to convince you that your voice does not matter anymore. And that is why channels like West Ham Fan TV exist, because we recognise that the only voice that is important in football is the fans' voice. It's taken them months, maybe years, to congregate together and form this ridiculous Super League. This murder of football as we know it. It's taken them years to congregate this and within 48 hours, it's gone like that because people stood outside and they made their voices heard. But let's not stop tonight. Let's not stop tonight. Let this just be the start, because these snakes have shown their true colours. They've shown the true colours and what they want to do to this football club. And I'm not just talking about these big six. They've all done it. All of the football club owners are trying to do it. If any West Ham and Everton and all of them people come out against a statement today saying that they're against it, believe me, if David Sullivan was invited to this fucking Super League, he would have joined it. And let me just show you now, these snakes, these absolute cretins that are trying to murder 150 years of tradition in one swipe like that. And it's been stopped by fans. It's been stopped by fans. Number one, what is it? Not even 48 hours after it's formed. Not even 40 hours. But let me tell you something now. And I know Dan's in the bottom. We're going to bring him in a minute. Instead, they've tried to take this con one step further. They tried to take this. They did not consult a single person, player, fan, anything. They thought, do you know what? We're the only people that matters. We run the power. We do this. We do that. And they tried to take the con one step too far. And what they've done at this moment in time, they've reminded every single football fan within 48 hours. They've just reminded everyone that you have got a voice. In fact, you're not just a voice. You're the voice. The fans of football clubs are the voice. And let's not stop there. Let's not stop there. Let's keep on pushing, because these people have shown their true colours. Their masks have slipped today. They cannot do anything without you. And they are just custodians of these clubs. They do not own, run nothing without our say. We have to say whether they can do these things. They've tried to kill your game in the last 48 hours. They can't go unpunished. Any of these clubs cannot go unpunished. None of them. They all need to be brought down to their place. And I tell you, fans of football clubs, and I'm not just talking about the top six. Let me just say now, start pushing for this 50+1. You know what they do in Germany, the 50+1, so they can't make any stupid decisions without your say. And that's what we should be pushing for now. This is awoken. We have been sleeping giants. We've been letting these people walk all over us for years and years and years. No more. No more. They've tried to kill your game. They've tried to kill thousands of football clubs, grassroots across the world, not just the country, the world. Punish them severely. Punish them severely now. And then start pushing your club. Start pushing your club, so you have got to say this 50+1 that they have in Germany. Start pushing. Don't leave it here. They've woken you up. Keep on doing it. Look what you've done in 48 hours. Look what you've done in 48 hours. Chelsea fans, big props to them. Look what you've done in 48 hours. Imagine what you could do with a bit of organisation, with a bit of get together with every fan across the country. Your voice is the most important. Your voice is being heard tonight. Let's bring Dan in, because I'm ranting and raving. I can see you sitting in the back, and we'll take some comments after. I'm excited, Dan, as you can tell.
Yeah, it's a crazy one, isn't it? I mean, they have really fucked themselves. They have weakened their hand tremendously to back down so quickly. It's all falling apart. I'm going to be honest. I feel mixed emotions because part of me wanted it to go ahead, and I'll tell you why. I wanted them to try their little Super League, right? And watch it blow up in their face, get kicked out of the Premier League, and maybe the rest of us get football back, get that money out of football and get the game back how it was before the Premier League. And I think that's what it would have looked like. People are talking about the Premier League would have died, the Football League would have died. It wouldn't have died just because they left. You know what I mean? We've still got we've got millions of fans between the rest of us, but it gets that big money out of football because the way things are going at the moment, football, I don't see how it's sustainable. You know, with the wages that are getting paid, with the transfer fees that get paid, it's only going up and up. And this is why this Super League was started, because a lot of these owners have got their clubs into massive debt. You know, Man United are in huge debt, flipping Real Madrid, huge debt, Barcelona, huge debt. So it's, you know, I mean, if we keep going this way and everyone's trying to push the price up, all these clubs are going to get into debt. Look at what happened to China; the bottom's falling out there. So I would have liked to see them try it. Get kicked out of the Prem.
At the end of the day, look, these clubs they're slipping on their own sword, sort of thing. They've let their mask slip. They thought they could go ahead. They thought they could just take the power away from everyone. They forgot. Well, they didn't forget. I just think they thought we forgot the power that fans have, and they've slipped on their own sword. And what they've done tonight, Sunday night and over the last day, is they've rejuvenated and they've regalvanated every single fan across this country that are all now standing side by side, whether it be Millwall fans, West Ham fans, Chelsea fans, Tottenham fans. We're all standing there side by side saying, no, this is enough. This is enough. This is enough. And I tell you now, this is what they've done. They've created a monster. You know, we created them, and now they've woken us up, and we're going to fight back.
You know, my worry is, and I don't want to make it about fans versus fans because everyone is united. But here's the thing, because now this can be used for good to everyone to push and look for massive reform in the Premier League.
50+1, Dan. That's what this country needs. And my friend Chris Pajak from the Red Men TV, he told me that. He told me that a long time ago, and I've been thinking it. But now this is the time, and I've been saying this for a long time, Dan. This is the time to strike now. The iron's hot. Everyone's there. They've let their mask slip. They've shown what they truly think about you. You know, everyone's been sitting there laughing at us for the past few years for fighting ownership, and laughing at Newcastle fans for fighting ownership of these football clubs. And they were laughing at us. Yeah. Now they've just seen what these people that are you know, giving them world-class teams, what do they truly think about them? They don't want you in their stadium. It's quite clear. The next step was to not just to move Manchester City away from the Premier League. The next step would be to move these games like the NFL, these sort of models. Yeah. To move them games into
haven't played in Dubai, Texas, all of that. All the games
you wouldn't even be able to go and watch your team play. They will be ripping everything out of the community, everything. And what Chelsea fans done tonight, look, top 4 race and all of that sort of stuff, all of that under the carpet. It doesn't mean a thing. They've done an absolute worldie tonight by organising that in such quick time. They've done the world a favour, and they're ripping the seams out. Not just them, but they've gone out there and made their voices heard. And this is what I was saying on the live stream yesterday, that we needed to get down there, stop these coaches from getting into the ground. And fair play to them. They've gone and stopped their own coach from getting in the ground. And that's where if they can't play football.
I want to see them I want to see them step up for causes that might not necessarily be in their interest. Because let's be real, all of these fans knew that it would be the death of their club if they went to this Super League as they know it. It would be they wouldn't get to go in the Premier League. It'd be a completely different entity. They wouldn't get. So they knew that it was an issue that concerned them. But when we're talking about the issues in football and where it will benefit them, all these reforms they want for the Champions League that gives them more money, gives them passes into the Champions League, will they be stepping up then? And I'm not saying they won't, I want to see if they do, because we need reform in the Europe, and we need reform in the Premier League. And if they can all come together to make that happen and make football fairer overall, then I'm all for it. And that's what I want to see. If they're silent and they're not involved, then it just shows that they're only interested for themselves.
But now again, these billionaire owners have shown that these clubs, and I've been saying this for the last couple of days, these clubs are not £1 billion clubs without your eyes. Without your support, they are not £1 billion clubs. They are no better than a Sunday League team over the park. Without your eyes is what makes these people the money. Now is time. They've shown you what they think about you. They've shown
legacy fans. That's what they call them, legacy fans.
They've got no respect for you. They've shown you that they don't care about your community. That goes from Liverpool fans. All due respect to them, you know, I don't think this. We know this was bubbling up in the background somewhere along or the other. We saw it with Project Big Picture and all of that sort of thing. But you know, they were celebrating it and lauding them up for delivering their first league title. They're not delivering it for you. They're delivering it for themselves. Yeah.
This is why I was apprehensive when the rumours come about American takeover for West Ham that we had not too long ago. Remember that came up, and at the time, you know, the mindset was finally a way out of GSB, and then it was like, but actually, American ownership, is that a good thing? Is that the way forward out of GSB into American ownership? And you know, I don't think so, and that just goes to show you. But yeah, you know, I think now this is just step one. I mean, that Perez, he must be raging. He must be raging. The stuff he was coming out of, legacy fans, young people don't watch football. We're going to make the game shorter. I don't care if people are going to stop it. It's going to go ahead anyway. That Real Madrid chairman, he was on a tangent yesterday. And now he's fucking like, he must be fuming because this was his, like I said, his way out.
To be fair, Dan, I'm going to be fair to that Real Madrid president. That's the model that they know as well, because they've monopolised that Spanish league for a long time. You know, there's no way past. Son coming and come to see me.
No, but you know what I was thinking? No, that's right. No, do you know what I was thinking? Right, we was talking in the chat, and I think either Graham or Scott was talking about, you know, it was about how much debt Barca and Real Madrid in, and they're in big trouble. But then, rather than start super, if you're in trouble financially, sell your assets, sell your top players, and buy some cheaper ones. Yeah, you're going to fall down the league, but that's just what you do. If you can't manage your finances, why should you get a bailout? Other teams don't get bailouts. Where was Berry's bailout? You know, and now all these other teams like Man United who've racked up huge debt, rather than having to recover that debt by selling all their assets, they want the bailout that we couldn't give clubs in lower divisions. You know what I mean? It's disgusting. They all want a step up and a leg up more and more and more. And this is what I really want to finish in that top four, to stick two fingers up to all of them, because they really, really don't want us there. It's so funny. We get there, we're up in the band there, and now this all comes out. And yeah.
What I was saying, Dan, but before, is that this is the model that they want. They are in a lot of trouble, Real Madrid and Barcelona. They had really nothing left to, you know, nothing to lose. They don't give a shit whether they leave Real Betis and you know, fucking Villarreal behind. They don't give a shit about all of that sort of stuff. They've already done that for a long time, and you know, that's why that president is the one pushing that, plus American sort of what's the word, model, the American model of what they have in it goes all over that, because they know it's guaranteed money. And the thing is, even if they went and done something now, even if they turned around and went, all right, we'll let them clubs leave, and no sponsor's going to touch this with a barge pole. Nobody. And I've been saying this for a couple of days.
PR is a disaster.
No sponsor's going to touch this with a barge pole. To see the amount of people that are up in arms against it, the players and all that. And if this would have gone ahead, then players would have left. Yeah. Saying that they can't play in the Euros and all that, then players would have left. And what have you got? A Sunday league in £1 billion stadium. That's what they would have had.
Yeah.
Because that's all it would be worth. Yeah. It wouldn't be the best players, which means it wouldn't be the Super League. It's only Real Madrid, Chelsea, Manchester United by name. We could go to the park and name our teams out. It means nothing. Yeah. It means nothing without the players. It means nothing without the fans. And I tell you, I can't send any more. Listen, I've had my problems with him, Carefree Lewis, and all them boys over there. I'll buy him a pint tonight. I'll tell you that now. Buy him a pint.
Yeah. It does make me laugh, though. I did come because he said Pride of London. I'm like, you can't really call your club the Pride of London when you was one of the founding clubs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think what the fans have done is brilliant, but your club's not the Pride of London right now. You can't say Chelsea are the Pride of London when you tried it. And now just because they've backed out.
Sorry, mate. Seems like more teams are pulling out. I know Atletico Madrid just pulled out. I think Arsenal, something's being reported about Arsenal pulling out now. It's done.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
they're all talking about what do you call it? They're talking about disbanding it tonight. They're having an emergency meeting.
That is so quick. It got set up and it got killed off. And someone asked about what punishment should these clubs face?
Severe ones, mate. If I'm honest, severe ones.
So I think massive points deduction. Honestly, 25 points.
I think there should be points deductions next season. I think there should be transfer embargoes, things like that. They shouldn't go unpunished. I would even suspend them from competition.
Yeah, no, definitely,
because it's treason to the league. It's against the rules. I would suspend them maybe a year suspension. They'll all you know, as I said, I'd even, to be honest with you, I'd find out who the main culprits were and relegate them to the bottom league. I would, honestly. I would, honestly. I would do that. They've done it to Rangers. And I was saying to Ryan earlier, sometimes, like, because he was saying, like, it wouldn't be the same without them and all that. Sometimes you have to bite that bullet to make everyone know that you're serious.
Yeah. Know what I mean? This is the thing, Nick, right? You know, today's mid-table team could be tomorrow's big six, big whatever. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine if West Ham finished in the top 4 5 seasons in a row. All of a sudden, we become one of these teams now because everyone's saying we win a league or something like that, and we're up there. So that changes. That's not set in stone. So all of this, like, we need these teams. If you know, without them, someone else fills that role. Someone else becomes the top team. If fucking Chelsea got relegated or Liverpool got relegated or someone else, you know. It's been cancelled. Yeah, so you know, all of this that we need them. I don't buy it, and I think you're right. I think massive part. The Premier League's got to show that they're strong and make sure this don't happen because they're going to keep trying. They'll find and try another thing that they think is more palatable and they can get away with. They'll keep trying it, and the Premier League's got to be firm.
But I'm just going to go back to it again, Ben. Fan power. They've spent the last year since the old Project Big Picture sort of tester when they was testing the waters with that. They've spent the last year trying to reinforce, make this watertight, you know, trying to get round rules, trying to, you know, creating websites, you know, getting these legal things in place, right? They're trying to make it as watertight as they can. They knew this backlash was going to come and I was thinking, we'll withstand it. We'll withstand it. They, you know, we've got the power. They ain't got the power and all that. 45 hours, I think it's taken. 44 hours maybe. Gone like that.
Yeah,
it's because of fans' voice, and that is what I'm saying, Dan. This is where we can't stop. As I said before at the beginning, they've shown their colours. They've let their mask slip. They're all involved, all owners of these football clubs, all these billionaires. They're not here to make your club great, or they're not here to be the custodian. They're there to take these clubs away and make them into billion-pound franchises and put the money in their pockets. And that's what I was saying. All of these people were laughing at us when we're and can't understand why we're upset. They've spent money. It's because they're taking that money and putting it back in their pockets and not back investing into your club. And now is the time. And they've all let Woodward has resigned. There you go.
No way. Really?
They've all the players have come out against it. The managers and all this, not sustainable. But this is where we need to take control because there cannot be another decision like this. We need to run these rats out of this league. We need to run them. And that will take, you know, they've been hit by the pandemic. They used the pandemic excuse, I think, 8 times in the statement that they was going to form it. They've been hit by the pandemic. When it opens up again, don't go back. Don't go back until they fuck off. And then take back control. That 50+1 rule needs to be not just in this country, but all across Europe. The fans need to take back control of their clubs. That is the only way we're going to get our club. And they've awakened us now. They've awoken us. They've shown us all. You know, they've shown everybody, we don't really care about you. We just want the money. We just want the money. 50+1 across Europe. Across Europe. It's the only model, because they cannot make any decisions like this again. They can't without our say.
That is the thing. And I think one of the next battles as well is this. It only just dawned on me. You know, they're suspending FFP in the summer. That there's going to be no FFP this summer. Who does that benefit? Who does the suspension of FFP benefit? Not us, not Everton. Well, it could benefit Everton with their money, but the most it's going to get, like, Man City are going to go mad, like Man United can go mad, Liverpool can go mad, Chelsea can go mad, and then it just, you know, pushes that gap even further between us and them. And we need to do everything we can to reduce that gap to make it more competitive.
The arrogance of the people thought they was going to wander out into this. Barcelona have left now, it looks like. They thought they was just going to wander out into this Super League, go and collect all this extra money, and then come to us and use it like their friendlies, like their warm-up games for this. Piss all over everyone else. So we're just there to serve them, because you wouldn't be able to compete with them, because them top six would be cemented. Them top six, the money would have been phenomenal. Like, the money difference between the league and them would have been phenomenal. So them top six, they'll just come over and start pissing all over you like nothing. If they want to, there could be a relegation scrap one week. They come along, Man United. We've got Barcelona this week in the league. Chuck the kids out. And then someone's got a win that they don't deserve against. It's just ridiculous. There's no glory in it. There's none. It's a pointless trophy. You might as well go over to the Power League. That's what the Premier League would have been, like the Power League. Them pointless trophies, because they'd have all been. I'll tell you, I've never been so proud of football fans to wait. Like don't leave it here.
The battle is won, but the war is still going on. Honestly, the war against the money. It has just begun. Like I said, UEFA is next. People need to go after them. You see what they want to do with the Champions League? They want to make it a league, an actual league, rather than like group stages, and make it a league and all of that shit. And then have guaranteed places for teams in the so-called big teams. So if you finish outside, so you don't have to finish in the top four. If, say, Arsenal are mid-table, or I don't know if they extend it to Arsenal or Liverpool, for example, they'll go, no, you can still go in the Champions League. We want you in there. Like, and more money. They're putting in like shitloads of money for people that are in the Champions League. So like increasing the money now, so they can take that back to their league and splash it like nobody's business, while the rest of us just, you know what I mean, have a hard time. So you're going to see less West Hams up there, less Leicesters, less Evertons around there. They don't want that, you know. And
Grim Remix is here. The top six should be fined massive amounts. I don't want fines. Fines mean nothing to billionaires. They mean nothing. They can pay them.
Yeah, unless they're getting fined $1 billion.
I want points.
Do you know what?
I want years and years worth of punishment for turning you back. Prove yourself again.
Do a fine as well, and give that money down to the lower leagues.
They won't know, Dan. That's why I'm not interested in fines. Not interested in fines because it doesn't filter its way down. Yeah, it doesn't filter its way down. They could take £1 billion off them. It won't filter its way back down until to the clubs that need it. It won't.
Yeah.
So
no, that's it. Do you know what? It's very interesting as well, because there was talk about this solidarity payments they wanted to do, which was basically a bribe, right, for the rest of the clubs that were being left behind. So they would give us I think it was 10 billion for the rest of the clubs, which is 6 billion more than what we get from Sky at the moment. So, which is why I was very interested to see if we took that bribe, West Ham. But all the clubs voted obviously against doing this, so no one took the bribe, which is a good thing.
Auto relegation, says Martin Shea, and domestic cup ban at minimum for me. I agree. When Juventus and that called match fixing, this is monopolising. This is a similar sort of thing in business. It's just not done. It's just not done. When they got done for match fixing, they basically got relegated. Rangers went skint. They got relegated to the bottom. So whoever was the instigator, there should be a full investigation. Email chains and all of that should be investigated. Whoever was the main instigator, whoever's the one driving all of these clubs, should it be at them hardest. And if that means going down, I'm telling you now, if Manchester United, because it looks like Woodward's walked out first. If Manchester United all of a sudden turns out that they was driving the whole thing, them Glazers ain't going to stick around if they're in the 5th league. No way. And it'd be even funnier if all 6 go down, because all 6 of them can't go up in one season. So someone's got to be languishing at the bottom. You know, three clubs at least going to be languishing at the bottom of the league for 2 years.
No, that's it. It's mad. Like I said, the Premier League have to show their strength now and show that they're not beholden to these clubs, and wrestle the power back from them. You know, and that's what's got to be done.
But this is what I'm saying, Dan. I'm sorry to keep on interrupting you.
No,
if there isn't, you know, the fans of these clubs, don't stop here. If they don't dish out the fact that the punishments that then don't stop. Then, you know, go up to the FA's headquarters and tell them. You know what I mean? As I say, you've awakened the voice now. You've shown everyone. You do. You make your voices heard. Things will get done. There's no way that they can get away with fines and all this sort of thing. No way. What are UEFA going to do? UEFA and they're biggest scumbags, because they won't do nothing because they know they make the money. But in fairness, they should have a 3-year, 4-year ban from Europe.
Yeah.
They was looking. Didn't they all leave? If they've all left, I wouldn't let them.
Yeah. Well, they did, didn't they? They all resigned from this ECA and left all their posts. Yeah, so they essentially did, didn't they? And what they want. Here's one of the things they really want. They want in the Premier League the money to be given, the majority of the share of the money for the Premier League, from the TV money, to be given to them, and then we get a lesser share because they feel they bring in more money. That's what they want. And this is the interesting thing, is if they're trying to push for that, or that comes to be, will the fans of these clubs protest at their clubs getting a larger share of the money? Is it about that? I know some of them it is. I think Liverpool,
I'll be honest with you, Dad, I think it's gone beyond money now. I think it's gone beyond money. I think they will. I think people have started to wake up, because then why are Chelsea fans standing there? Because they would have been absolute billionaires.
No, but they would have been. But let's be real. Like, if you're a Chelsea fan and you're in this Super League, you know you're not going to be in the Premier League. You know you're not going to really be able to go to many games, because most of them's going to be in fucking Texas, China, Saudi Arabia, all of that shit.
I don't think
like,
so.
you don't want to watch that. I don't think they did it. I think there's a little bit, but I don't think they did it for us. They knew, like, we're going to get kicked out of the Prem. Like, that really dawned on them. Like, what? We don't want to be like, and nobody wants this American model. Let's be real. The Super League would have been awful to watch. It's the reason I cannot watch American sports. It is bollocks. I'm sorry, Americans, if you like it, but all of this, the top 3 go towards a playoff, and then 4th and 5th play each other, and then the winner of that goes through. So you could finish 5th and still be champions, and then the rest of them games are just dead rubbers. Like, no one gives a shit. If you're not anywhere near the top 5, your games are meaningless. And there's no relegations. It's boring. And it's a crap product. They want to change it. Chelsea don't want to be in that. They don't want to see their team in that. They love the model that they're in. They want to be in the Premier League, not the Super League. You know, the money would have been there, but it would have been a whole different thing. This is what I'm saying. They was focusing on fans of the future. It was geared towards, like, corporate fans and fans in America and fans in China. And I know, look, when we talk about American fans, like, we have a lot of American subscribers and viewers. It's obviously not aimed at, they understand the game, they understand football, they buy into it, but they want to appeal to the masses in America that don't understand the game, that could buy into it, and they can have like periods, 20 minutes. So you play 20 minutes and then you have a break and then another 20 minutes. The game's shorter. They would have just completely changed the game. But that's what I'm saying. So I want to see Spurs have said they'll stay in.
They're the only ones, but they'll still pretty second.
Yeah, they still, exactly. They could be the only ones in there and they still won't win anything. It is just classic. Oh, mate. But it's Woodward going. That is massive, because, like, Man United fans were trying to get him out for years and they couldn't for love nor money. And now this has happened. They've finally got him out. But it's the Glazers, man. Like, so I was saying on Twitter, that Joel Glazer's going to be the vice chairman. He don't even know the offside rule. He's going to be the vice chairman of the Super League of football, and he don't know the offside rule. It's insane. It is insane. But like all eyes are on the Premier League now to see what they do and see if they've got some bollocks now.
They need bollocks. They need bollocks.
Yeah, they do. slap these clubs back down and make them realize their place and they are no better than anyone else. This is a 20-team league and 92 teams, you know, in this country. Was it 92? It is 92, isn't it? Or 90 whatever teams that are 92. In there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's 92. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? So the game is for everyone, not just for 6 teams. It's everyone's game.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we're going to wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry, I'll come out of I started the video like I've come out of a fucking spring trap. I was so wound up. But thank you for everyone that's commenting. You know, maybe we could take some comments another day. I'm sure it's going to be a hot topic over the next week. I'm sure we'll be doing more videos. We'll try and get some guests on tomorrow or something. But
Friday Night Pint, obviously, that's usually where we really get into comments and stuff like that. So if there's any burning like save them for Friday Night Pint and other stuff, or just tweet us or something if you want to talk to us on Twitter, West Ham Fan TV, Nicky J82 at the Lawless, whatever. If you want, if you can't wait, but otherwise, we'll get to your questions on Friday.
Thanks very much. One thing left to say: come on, you football fans.
Come on, you football fans.